I see really great shape, great volume. And I really want to point out what we can do for a lot of different women and men who want to make some correction. For vertical lip lines, as we mentioned before, we can use bilateral balance, which you see in that orange box over there. And we can place it directly in those lines that we see when we purse our lips. So when we look at lips, we have so many different things we can accomplish, and it's really fun to work. The first thing I want to show you is something that's not actually a problem you have, but it's when women start having these vertical lip lines that are challenging and make them look a little bit older. They can often complain that these are smokers' lines they've never smoked at all, and which is just more of a loss of structure. MERS has a couple of great products. That's the company that makes these products, Bellatero and Varieties. With Bellatero, we can actually fill these lines independently, and it's a very thin product that doesn't have this effect called the Tyndall effect, which can make those areas of blue or gray, which is not very pretty, but that allows us to soften those lines. We also can approach these upper lip and lower lip lines with using Radiesse by having a little entry point on the side of the lip and doing some linear threads through that upper area above the upper lip. And that kind of creates a scaffolding which allows it to bounce back after you purse your lips. Another thing that we can do in approaching vertical lip lines in this area is we kind of look to see where the biggest wrinkle is in the upper lip in particular. So we'll have you purse your lips, see the biggest line, and we can put a little bit of Botox or another neuromodulator in that area. And regardless of where the second wrinkle is, we want to go equidistant from that first one. And we might even put another little unit of Botox in that area. What this does is it prevents this muscle which tightens from tightening so hard, allowing this area to relax and to be more youthful appearing over time. So when I look at your lips, I see really nice shape. You have a great form. You have great volume. The lip ends at an appropriate distance. If it ended all the way over here, it would look a little bit too big. And in your case, we might want to just define it a little bit more and give you a little bit of slope to your lip and maybe a little bit more hydration. So a way we can approach that is going in the vermilion order, just to give a little bit more shape, to find that shape a bit better. Unfortunately, I didn't draw it perfectly there. And we can also go into the body of the lip to give a little bit more volume. We can put some little pillows in the lip to give it more pout, a little more volume. And in some cases, we actually put what I call pillars, which help raise a low lip or a thin lip. You wouldn't need that so much, but yet it helps define the body of the lip and offer some hydration. Blue is a good color for you. Products we would think to use would be from Allergan, would be Obella, and Juvederm Ultra or Ultra Plus. Those are two of my favorite from Allergan and from Galderma. We would use Kiss, which is a fantastic product, as well as Restylane L. So these are great products to consider. So Madison, when I look at your lips again, I see really great shape, great volume. And I really want to point out what we can do for a lot of different women and men who want to make some correction. For vertical lip lines, as we mentioned before, we can use Bellatero Balance, which you see in that orange box over there. And we can place it directly in those lines that we see when we purse your lips. You purse your lips really hard for me. Again, she doesn't really have much in the way of lip lines or backs, but that's an approach. With Radiesse, we can go into the space between the upper lip and the nose with linear threads in a V shape. And that kind of creates this structure that when a person purses, it pops it right back and helps reduce those lip lines. When I also look at your lips, Madison, I see beautiful shape and good volume. And for some women, they want to have improved or increased volume of their lips. And so we can put product at the edge of your lips in the vermilion border and the middle lips. As we pointed out before, you can do vertical pillars to create height. You can put product in the body of the lip, and you can also put little pillows in the lower lip as well. So my favorite products for doing that is Restylane Kiss, Restylane L, Lobella XC from Allergan, and Juvederm Ultra XC from Allergan. These products are from Galderma. Let's start that again. Some of my favorite products to use would be from Galderma, Restylane Kiss, Restylane L, and from Allergan, Juvederm Lobella, and Ultra or Ultra Plus. And when we're working with the vertical lip lines, we can approach it with Bellatero to put in the lines very specifically, or we can use Radius to put in that space between the upper lip and the nose to create these linear threads in a V-like shape. It gives a structure so when you push your lips, it bounces back and reduces the appearance of those fine lines and rhytids above and below the lips. One of the final ways in which we can approach vertical lip lines or rhytids above and below the lips is to inject neuromodulators in that upper lip area in particular. The neuromodulators we use at the Gallery of Aesthetics include Xeomin, Botox, and Dysport. They all work equally well. Usually what we do is we have the patient purse her lips, relax. We find the deepest line, we inject 1 or 2 units in that line, go equidistant to the other side and inject 2 more units, 1 or 2 more units. And then based upon their activity, we were allowed to relax that so those lines go away. So we use a variety of different neuromodulators here at the Gallery of Aesthetics, but one in particular we have is Botox. With Botox, we can treat a variety of different areas in the face, including what we call the glabella. It's a series of 3 muscles that kind of give you that grouchy area. And then we can also do the forehead, where we're trying to treat this whole muscle group so that we have relaxation of the lines that cross the face. And a beautiful technique we also use is with around the crow's feet, allowing this pinching of the eyes to relax as well. You're gonna get your biggest bang for your buck in the upper face, but there are areas in the lower face that we can also treat, including the chin, the DAO, which is a muscle that kind of pulls down our smile. By relaxing that, we allow our smile to come up a little bit more. Of course, the vertical lip lines and other areas, but those are the common areas that we do treat. In addition, there are some medical indications that we can also treat here at the Gallery of Aesthetics, including underarm sweating and migraine headaches.